Hello, my four subscribers. This is Metro, and this is a bit of a different video. I figured I'd just turn the mic on for a little bit and talk about what I'm going to be doing for this next year, or what my goal is going to be. It is currently 4 a.m., technically 2 days after Christmas. Uh, if I lose my train of thought or anything, you can probably blame it on how late it is, but that's just how it's going to go. So I'll start essentially with the actual list, and then maybe we'll get into like other unofficial goals and such and that type of thing. So the first goal is to get an actual job, which you know I've never been. I've kind of been lazy a lot of my life. I blame a lot of it on my mom, and she never really pushed me to get myself out there. Essentially, it was always, you're fine at home. We need you at home, that type of thing. But now I don't live with my mom anymore, so there's really no reason. And the other thing that comes with that is this year, I essentially set this year to be the year of self improvement. So I didn't push myself. I was just going to counseling and I was trying to improve my mental well being and become more sure of myself as a person. And I think I wouldn't say I've completely succeeded in that. I probably still need more, but I'm in a much better state than I was about this time last year. Because, oh my God, it's like night and day pretty much. Especially like when I left, when I left my mom's, it was November. It was early November, and it's night and day compared to back then now. So get a job. The goal is to work 5 to 6 months and to save up about 1,000 to 1,500 as far as money. I mostly just want to have my own money for a change. I want to be able to do what I want with it because my car needs repairs. I probably need a new computer, which that's not going to get me a computer. But I basically, the whole goal with the money and my goal for it, set a realistic goal, try to get to that goal, and then build on that. Basically, use it as a foundation because I think I can get more than $1,500 working part time in 6 months, but who knows? I guess we'll see. Number two, this is a big one. Getting into trade school and starting on my welding certification because that's what I want to do as far as careers. I want to weld because there's good money in it, and this has been my catchphrase for the longest time. Basically, I want to be able to come home and sit at a desk and play games and enjoy myself. And I can't do that if I'm spending all day at a desk staring at a screen as is for money. It doesn't work. So that's my justification behind it. And I do find blue collar work to be satisfying to me. I don't mind getting my hands dirty or that type of thing. But welding I'm thinking it's the ticket. I was originally going to do automotive repair. But, there's not a whole lot of good money in that unless you work basically nonstop for like 20 years, and then maybe you'll make good money. So that's resolution 2. Number 3, this one's a bit out there, but maybe not. Read at least 15 books and finish A Song of Fire and Ice, or A Song of Ice and Fire, I think it is, which is the Game of Thrones series, which I have book 1 right here. Of course, I'm not recording my camera, so you can't see it, but almost done with book 1. And my dad gave me all the rest of them. I have them stacked up on my table next to my desk. And I can go down the list, and that'll get me about 5 or 6 done. And then I have another book to read, which is like a nonfiction one. So 15 books, finish Game of Thrones, which I think that's realistic. I track my reading on my Goodreads account. So I'll definitely be keeping up with that. Number 4, resolution 4, This one is related to what I'm doing now, actually. Make at least 12 YouTube videos. And these aren't like, Let's Plays. I love Let's Plays, but I don't know if they're going to work out. They don't get as much traffic as I'd like them to, and they are kind of stressful to like try to get going, as opposed to like the Xenonauts video, which has gotten more views than anything else on my channel combined, and I had a lot of fun making it. I basically just jotted down a little script. I read over it before I started recording. I was showing off all the stuff in the game, and then I went in. I showed a mission, and that got 100 views. That's like might as well be a million to me. It's great. So I want to make more of those style of videos, or maybe even like more heavily edited and with scripts and such. Because I love video essays. I love watching them, but I don't know if I have the actual ability to make them. So maybe we'll try something like that. 12 videos is essentially a reference to 12 months in the year, so a video a month. I can't do weekly. I've tried it, but I don't know. I guess I don't have the motivation or the drive yet. Maybe that will change, but 12 is a good goal. I can definitely push out 12 in a year. And it's another productive outlet. I'm not just sitting there playing video games. I'm recording, I'm talking, I'm basically trying to make a personality. And I may see about recording on my Xbox because I bought a whole bunch of games for Christmas on my Series X. I got Cyberpunk, I got Baldur's Gate 3, I got Kingdom Come Deliverance, which I do have on Steam, but my computer kind of sucks, so I can't run it. And then I have like Hell Let Loose, which I think that will be fun to record maybe. Number 5. This one is it hits a bit close to home, but I'm willing to put myself out there and explain it. Make new friends, or at least finally get past the old ones. So let's get into this. So about 2021, circa early senior year, I had a big falling out with my friend group, who I'd been friends with since freshman year. I didn't have many other friends aside from them, and I did try to put things on the mend, and it never worked. And I ended up getting into a relationship thinking that would help. And of course, the girl was wonderful. I have no complaints about her, but it was entirely me. It was entirely my problem, which is what I've spent most of this year trying to fix, of course. So the main goal, I want to try not to think about these friends. I don't want to, I don't want to be thinking about old times. I don't want to be thinking about what I could have done if I, hadn't had that falling out with them. The new friends part, I'm not too confident in that. It's a lot harder to make friends outside of high school, like after I've graduated, obviously, which, hooray, graduated in November. So got that done, but get past old friends, possibly make new ones. I'm not too confident in this goal, but you gotta do a try. Sorry, train of thought. You gotta send it. You gotta try it, which I've kind of come to learn. If you don't try it, you're kind of you might as well not even put it on the list. 6 is a bit more vague and broad, but it's something that I think I need to remind myself of. Continue the trend of upwards confidence and self-assurance. So from about 2020 all the way to when I left my mom's in 2022, I was basically I had no self-confidence, no self-assurance. I wasn't sure of who I was, who I wanted to be. I was just going with the flow, and I had no drive. I had no productive outlets. I was basically playing video games, smoking weed, which might sound like the life to some people, but when you're miserable, it's not that fun, especially when you have no money either. But for this, I think the ticket to it, keep going to counseling, keep the improvement of mental health going, and basically don't fall back into that hole of self-deprecation and self-destruction. with productive outlets, video games, obviously. Online friends, which I have plenty of, they've helped a lot from, you know, having me fall back down in that hole. And overall, this is probably the most rosy one. It is. I think it's pretty realistic. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, other goals, yeah. Like ones I'm not going to write down because they're kind of goofy. I want to finish all the games that I bought this Christmas by the end of next year. I don't know how realistic that is because the ones I bought are apparently long and they have lots of content. Like Cyberpunk alone, I've dumped like 12 hours into, and I don't think I've really scratched the surface of it. I haven't even started Baldur's Gate or Kingdom Come yet. That's pretty much it. I was gonna yap a little more, obviously New Year's resolutions, 2024, and other yappings, but I kind of lost my train of thought thinking about my resolutions and how I'm going to achieve them. I am making sure that I don't forget them. I essentially tore out the piece of notebook paper I wrote them on, grabbed a piece of tape, taped them to the wall, like behind my monitor. So whenever I sit here, I'm reminded of them and what I need to do to accomplish them. So come January 1st, January 2nd, we get to it. We get back on the grind because it's only up from here. I haven't wasted all of my life, I've come to find out. A year gone, which, while bad, I've crawled out of the hole, and now it's time to start climbing up the hill, so to speak. And all right, so let me outro this with a little channel update. So I know that I haven't uploaded in a month, holiday season and all, especially with Thanksgiving and Christmas. I am going to try to upload another video by the end of this week because it's let me look at the calendar here. It's the 27th. It's 31st will be Sunday. I might be able to get something a little shorter out, maybe just another little vlog or something. I kind of like this format, just me talking, getting thoughts out of my head that I, had going. Because I don't talk very much as far as like friends and such. Because my online friends, they don't like voice chats or anything. But yeah, I might try more of this. As far as the channel goes, we're gonna have more Xenonauts type videos, I think. I enjoyed making that video. It got a lot of attention as far as views. It didn't get much commenting or anything. I haven't checked the likes yet, really, but it was fun. Got traffic. One other thing I'm gonna try to. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to mix up the Let's Play type thing with the edited content. So we're gonna have Let's Plays, but I'm gonna chop out all the boring dead air where I'm just trying to make time and talk, or fill in time. Sorry. And I think that will, I think that might get more views. It might be a little more fun for me because it's more editing as opposed to just recording and having that urge to talk or that pressure to talk or perform on camera. Like that's why I'm not on camera right now. There's no pressure. Anyways, I should probably end it. It's been going on almost 15 minutes. So these are my resolutions. Obviously, other yappings. So I'll see you guys in the new year, I hope. I hope to have a video by the end of this week again, but no promises, of course. I am going to probably start being even more busy once I start working, and then probably by June I'll be done with the job and I'll get into trade school because I think my GPA was good enough for scholarship. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. do all that YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. I don't care, honestly. But just yeah, sorry. Like I said, train of thought. It's 4 a.m. See you guys in the next one. Bye.